It's a holiday. It's the 4th of July. So I can stick around and I can play a little longer. So, good morning, everybody. I'm Old Man Sugarheart. And today we are playing Final Fantasy XIV. This is episode 100 or 101. I've played many streams of this now. We're hundreds of hours in at this point. What? You want to be my patron? Yeah, sure. But I can't do anything for you. The Lawelss one took my invisible ink, and without it, I can't make my arcane wares. Who are the Lawelss ones? Well, they're Numu like us, except they've turned their backs on our values. Curs without honor, they are. They refuse to work, instead spending all their time cavorting and making a nuisance of themselves. It was when I was outside for a walk that they set upon me and robbed me of my possessions, the ink included. I was too weak to resist them, but you, mortal, you look quite strong. Do you think you could take my ink back from those villains? If you do this, I will consider your patronage. And by way of my service, I will make you something very special. So, excuse me, old, I couldn't help overhearing. You mean to undertake this task? Will you let me accompany you? I would learn from you and help in what little way I can. Yeah, come on. You're welcome to join. Thank you so much. The Lawelss ones make their lair to the south inside a cave called Father Collard's Chambers. They took many vials of ink, and I would be grateful if you could bring back as many as possible. I'll hit them with my bird stick. I've touched this aetherite, yeah? Yeah. Oh, they're way out there. That's the alarm that would be taking the kids to summer school. But we are so late. And it is a holiday. And so I'm going to try to neglect my family for a couple hours so I can play video games. You gotta do it like every day. You know how it is. And while we're in the neighborhood, touch this aetherite along the way. Like, if you don't play video games every day, video games are like your one thing, and you're living your entire day for other people, and that's not cool. Hello, Amaro Porter. But yeah, kind of how I feel. If I ever do a day that's entirely for other people, it hurts a little bit. And you know, it does happen sometimes. Like sometimes you do entire weeks entirely for other people. You gotta really like those other people. You know, they'll be like your family or some junk. They in this little crevasse. Ahoy. Father Collard's chambers is through here. Peered inside, and sure enough, was milling with Numu. They looked none too friendly. If Thancred were here, he'd tell me to go about it quietly and quickly. Let us split up. I'll find all the ink I can and then come back outside. See you shortly, old. Well, Thancred's not here. I say we go loud. We are immediately beset by Porksies. Now you're in the way. He's having a bad time. Bungamancers. But on the mana ward, I might be able to survive this. We just kind of hang out here, chill, till we survive. I mean, the arrows say go up. But yeah, I see the ink down that way. Gonna go through. Dang it. Get cooked. This is actually more difficult than I'd expect it to be. Mostly because they're just, you know, a little bit of everywhere. Man, this MMO density is not something you usually feel in Final Fantasy XIV. Like back in EverQuest, you'd do things like go to a new zone and you would slowly inch your way through everyone. It would take like hours to get to the middle of the map. This time I'm gonna kick it off. We're getting closer. I see the ink up on like a little hill there, or up the staircase. I'm gonna have to go through you. I'm only gonna enjoy it a little. I get it now. You're a pork pixie. That's why you're a porksy. Alright, killed a decent number of people. If I can sneak through here and climb up these stairs. Not from this angle. Two of them saw me. Trying to target the Porksy with the other lightning. It's not happening. Man Award once again to the rescue. I actually kind of missed having an MMO like this. This is kind of like what MMOs start out like. Alright, there's the other invisible ink. Hoop, hoop, hoop. We're all alone. Perfect. I think we basically killed everybody inside. Hello! How you doing, Ruby? I hope you're having a good day. You know what? I'm gonna march right through you. What are you gonna do? Get everybody's attention. Streaming very late. Yeah, I do this thing where if I'm too tired and my alarm goes off, I turn it off in my sleep. Like, for the longest time, my work, the way I would do it for work is I would wake up at 4 a.m. or I'd set my alarm for 4 a.m. and then I'd set a second alarm for like 6:30. That way, when I inevitably oversleep, like maybe the second alarm will wake me up. But yeah, I'm a fairly active sleeper. Like, it's not so bad that like I usually fling myself out of bed. I've been known to do that too. Like, especially if I'm under a lot of stress and panic and anxiety. Like, sometimes I'll give you an example. Like, one time I was dreaming I was like in a pile of snakes, just like lying on top of like a giant pile of snakes. And so like I got up and I just jumped out of the pile of snakes, but I actually physically jumped out of bed. And so like I did like this random jump out of bed into like my dresser. It freaked out my wife quite a bit. But you know, I haven't done anything like jumped out a window or tried to fist fight my wife yet, so that's been good. I also talk in my sleep.
Thanks, Brandon.
Said many fun things like, well, my favorite was probably in my sleep I said 6 rooms is not enough for all my Pokemon. That was back when we were house shopping. And it's true, 6 rooms would not be enough for all my Pokemon. Hi, Pinky Rose. Thank you for the follow. You're doing well? Now in bed? Oh, yeah. You're Australian. We've got a holiday weekend, so I can play even though I overslept. Just have to neglect my children for a couple hours.
There you are. Those Numo were rather frightening. I'm glad you're safe.
I see you use daggers.
Thancred taught me, but I'm still a novice. The Minfilius before me battled Sin Eaters as part of the Yulmoran army. But that had all changed by the time I was found. They held me captive, so that I wouldn't follow in the others' footsteps. I'd still be in my cell now had Thancred not spirited me away. When he found me, I knew nothing of the world. I didn't know how to live, let alone fight.
My eyes are up here, Warrior of Light.
Thancred once told me that if the efforts to summon you failed, it would fall to me to face the Light Wardens. I realized then that it was the only reason he kept me close. As a contingency. The truth is, he can't stand to be around me. Because I'm not her. I'm not his Minfilia.
I mean, yeah, I think you're right.
Once, we journeyed to Nabatha together. To the place where the Oracle appeared and stayed the flood. As we drew near, I felt as though I was fading away. I shut my eyes and covered my ears, and then... I'm not sure what happened after that. I have a vague feeling that I said something to him. Only it wasn't me at all. It was her. Afterwards, Thancred didn't say a word. Only kept to himself and brooded. There's nothing I can do for him. Nothing I can offer but my presence, though it only reminds him of his loss. She should be the one to live on. That's why I tried to find you, because I knew that was what she wanted. But now that you're here, I'm not entirely sure what it was she intended me to do. Was I meant to tell you something, or bring you to someone, or somewhere? I can feel the answer at the edge of my mind, just out of reach.
So usually, like, gods show up and then I kill them? Like, you don't need to worry too much about it. All kind of falls into place. You look for somebody with a big exclamation point above their head, and then you do whatever they need. Can you not see the exclamation points?
What is that?
Polyrhythmic synth jazz.
Why? Why did you imprison us?
Giggles.
Such boredom, such tedium have we suffered. It is unfair. fair. Come. Come and play with us.
Didn't get a good screenshot there.
It came from the castle. This is everything I have. Please see it delivered to the Numo. I will bear word to Thancred and the others.
This is cool. So, like, I've listened to the soundtrack, and so I've heard like most of the raid boss songs, especially the good ones. I know Titania's got a great one, but like, I did not get this creepy vibe from them at all. I say them because I'm very gender confused at the situation. So like, Titania is king, but definitely has those impressive birthing hips. And in Shakespeare, Titania is like the queen of the fairies. So I'm not sure what pronouns to use. Pliny? Is that the Numu house? I think it is. Like, I also didn't get those creepy, like, horror game vibes from Titania, but from the song. So I really appreciate those as well. It's gonna be fun times. Alright. Hello, weed lad. One of your finest weeds. Mercy, your majesty. We had no choice. Please forgive us. Oh, it's you. My ink. Were you able to retrieve it? Yeah. Yes, this is it. This is the ink. Almost all of it, too. And our king spoke to me that my day went from bad to worse. But thanks to you, it's simply bad again. Oh, you had a vision, too. Oh, woe is us. Ordinarily, when a living being turns into a sin eater, it loses everything about its mind that defined it. However, the king has retained some of their instincts. This manifests in a desire to play and be free. So strong is that desire that it often leaks through the seal and invades our consciousness. For a long time, we've ignored it, but we can't do so forever. But forgive me, I was gonna thank you for reuniting me with my ink. You did exactly as I asked, so I will give you the service I promised. Nothing up my sleeve, and voila! May it serve you well.